Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris. In the last episode, right at the very end, I was trying to figure out how I could tell how long the Federation, the current ruler was going to be. I have found it. If you hover over the succession term, it tells you when the current term ends. So we've got until 2367. Which is going to be another 40 years from now because we've just voted for this change. But we could have done that beforehand and seen what it was like. So that's a little tidbit. I am still obviously learning about some of the more nuanced areas of the game as we go through. There's going to be bad decisions. There's going to be a lot of fun. So where are we at the moment? We have a ship that is currently making its way around to do some surveying. We have colonies being made out in the the far reaches of the universe. We have a subjugation request that's come in from someone who wants to be subjugated. We'll probably accept that. I'm definitely not against it. And we have fleets in the area that we are actively reinforcing so we can try and clear some of these void clouds and things out the way. Void worm definitely going to be taken out. Now, the tip of the spear, we were going to send them back in order to repair, but I'm now thinking it's not necessary because things have like the void worm there moved on. So instead, we could get you moving in up here and work to do things that way. I think that's probably a smart choice. We'll cancel that off. We had just finished surveying that, so that's all good. We don't need to know about the fleet reinforcements right at this moment. Although it looks like we've ended up with an extra fleet by accident. No, we made ourselves an extra fleet. That was it. I remember. We have the Narplar that's not actively doing anything. We could put it in stealth mode and get it surveying, but actually we can bring it down here to survey that. Let's unpause just for a second. Yes, this is going the direction I thought it was. Right. The Atrophying Collective. They consider us to be a suitable guardian. For the protection of their entities, they are referred to operate as the vassals. So they would have to... Integration is prohibited. That seems like a bit of a shame. I would quite like to integrate them at some point. Expansion is regulated, fine. We will join in their defensive wars, maybe. Restricted voting. They will join us in defensive wars and they're allowed one holding. Right, let's see where they are before we decide on this. Oh, they've got quite a large area, actually. I'm not against this. We don't need to contribute any resources to them.
They can talk, and they want to talk to us.
Let's agree to that, and then we'll immediately open diplomacy with them. And we can negotiate the terms of the agreement with them. So if we get them to give A 15% tax. That seems quite a lot. That's going to affect their loyalty negatively. Oh, the loyalty's going down because we're in conflict. Or because they could get brought into conflict. Alright, let's see what we could do. Independent diplomacy. Integration permitted really drops that down. Expansion permitted. Yeah, if we do take a tax on them, it does kind of eliminate any loyalty growth we have. They don't need to get pulled into our conflicts. We can handle them ourselves. We're going to help them out in defensive conflicts only. Don't know enough about holdings, so we'll leave that alone. Unified sensors, I'm fine with that. That brings us together a little bit. A DNA tithe. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I mean, we don't have an option on there. Yeah, this seems fine enough. So let's get some materials from them. We don't really need the basics. So we're going to lose 1 loyalty right now, but we will be gaining loyalty each month. And we're going to get some materials and, yeah, some strategic resources. Ooh, we could change their type. If we were to change them to a Prospectorum, it ends up with more stuff, but overall worse. I've got to put the things back, right. Independent voting, expansion permitted. They don't need to join our conflicts. Unified sensors. And yeah, we'll get some contribution from them. Oh, we can't propose a change for a while. Okay, fine. At least we've learned about that as a whole. Still, it's interesting what we have from them. So we'll be able to build holdings on their worlds. Maybe we should build something on their home world. Yes, we could build something on one of their worlds, which is going to be their world. Can't see it in planets and sectors. maybe... Don't think we'll be able to do it in the species area. Society management? No, that's just all about technologies and things. Government, we're not going to be able to influence their government. It might have to be... discovered the old-fashioned way. It could be any one of these places. We'll get some intel from them soon, and we'll figure it out. In the meantime, let's stock up on some resources, just so we're keeping on top of all that. We can probably sell a bunch of these and buy a few more metals. And we'll check the situation log. So we've still got the Stormbound event. We don't know where that's going to resurface, but if it does, we will keep our eyes peeled. We've got a rift that we're going through actively, and the rest of it is all just about the expansion that we've got going on in this neck of the woods. You're actively building a starbase, and we are actively working to deal with the enemies in the area. Oh, our sister planet is always causing us trouble, right? In taking a vassal, our empire made a major leap forwards as a galactic power. However, Haven is not impressed. According to them, we've only succeeded in bringing the alien threat closer. In protest, they've ceased all research cooperation with us. In time, we'll prove them wrong. Ah! Wow! That's pretty monumental in terms of impact. I can't say I am happy about that. How long until you get in? Oh, you're just about to arrive. Perfect. Let's clear this void cloud out. We'll ignore that. We'll ignore that. And let's watch it happen.
Construction complete.
Of course, straight away, our starbase is finished being constructed. That's just here. Go ahead and build a mining station. And then we're going to carry on up and round because we've got other places that we want to capture. So after you've done that, build a starbase here. I should probably start building hyper relays as well, but we'll try and keep on top of that as things progress. Right, back to the combat.
Research complete.
Straight away. Okay. Synthetic crystal plants is unlocked. Lovely. We are going to need to check our various planets and see if there was anything else that we needed to do. For right now, let's get the Citadel upgrade. It's going to be a little bit of time, but I think that's a smart choice. We'll close off those research agreements. And we have an astral action available because we've hit 600, which would be Flashforge Hyper Relay. That's actually pretty perfect for us. Because I was just talking about getting a new one made. Yeah, what we'll do... Have we got a relay here yet? No, we don't. So we'll flash forge that. In fact, let's let's do it this way. Flash Forge, and then go get the Starbase. And then we'll potentially come back and build another one. Right, to the actual combat.
Construction complete.
That is the other Starbase that we've got going on down here, of course. Mining stations, research stations. And we could take this. We've got the influence spare. Sure. Head up and do that. And then afterwards, come and build a hyper relay here. And then after you've done that, we'll want to build a hyper relay there, but that'll take a little bit of time for us to actually get to it. What are you doing at the moment? You're not doing anything. We should... Well... Yeah, keeping you safe is probably the smartest move. Once you're done with that, actually, come this way. And get a starbase down here. That'll keep you busy for a while. Migration treaty? Nope. Ignoring that. Back to the combat. Right, Voidworm gone. Let's send you guys for repair. And then after that we can bring you back. We did lose 2 destroyers, that's a bit of a shame. The Parpler is currently at a loss for something to do. We could maybe try and capture some more space amoebas. I think being close by is probably a smart call, just in case we end up with any oddities from storms and things. Because we have seen a significant amount of that in the past. Ooh, that does remind me though. We could do assist cloaking detection if there was something that would allow for detection. Maybe when we upgrade you to a Citadel. Listening post isn't really about detecting cloaked ships. Yeah, okay, we'll leave that for now. I'm sure the Parpler will end up with a worthwhile job. We could cloak and go through this area, but I don't think that's really necessary right now. And you two, you're happily back at base. We may as well get you upgrading, keeping on top of that.
Spaceborne life form encountered. Anomaly found.
And a bit of research is done. Barrier point defense. Cool. Ooh. Dyson swarms. Designed to improve the output of stellar deposits. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if we explicitly build any, but I'm assuming like arc furnaces, these are a good way of converting one material type into another. Or we can get particle lancers, which are 85% accurate, massive, massive, massive things. Let's get storm manipulation, because that's going to be relatively cheap for now. And you can investigate that anomaly. Space debris. There's a significant amount of debris in orbit around the gas giant. Most of it appears to come from long-lost starships. Cool. So you're doing this. We could bring you up to do some more and get this all done a bit faster. Yeah, come and survey that system. But everyone else is pretty much busy. Time to take a look at our various places. Ooh, we're almost out of jobs in the capital. We've got lots of entertainers coming in. Let's upgrade to hyper entertainment forums. Get a stack more Unity coming in. That'll give some more jobs, keep the capital moving forwards. Next up, Pathar. Pathar is good. Ancient refinery, that was what we built here, wasn't it? Yeah. So we will be getting extra motes, crystals, and exotic gases for every single one of these. So it's a reasonable amount that we've got coming in. The ancient refinery as a whole is great. We could reduce the upkeep of these guys, which will give us more minerals, but we don't really need it. Although, between the options, we could really... Ooh. Ministry of Production. It gives more output rather than making it more efficient. That's interesting. That is quite interesting. Let's get one of those. That is politicians' jobs. It's going to slightly dilute what we have, but overall it will make Pathar better. And as soon as we can afford to ascend it to the next tier, I think we'll possibly do that. Reduce their upkeep a little more. Next up, Seldis. Seldis is fine. Seldis is just ticking along doing its thing. Akora could do with some more jobs. As a generator world, that's just going to make sense to have a generator district. Just check to make sure that there's nothing that we really care about in there. We'll take production yard. That's just extra jobs available without needing any extra districts. No, we'll go for districts first. That'll keep Akora busy. The pit desperately needs a bit more. So we can carry on with more mining districts. That's nice and quick. We do have an ancient refinery here. Let's also queue up a ministry of production. That's the pit all sorted for a while. Sarat desperately needs a bit of extra space. And we need some more minerals. So let's fund that. The sell value is really low right now. fun like that. And I think we can get away with doing a crop development hub. That will give us 2 more agriculture districts, which will give us 400 more jobs, effectively. Because we've got loads of housing available. And that will give us even more housing available, but still feels like a smart choice. That's relatively quick to build. Let's unpause while that's going on. So we've got as far as Sarat, and then we kind of ran out of materials.
System survey complete.
Nice. Let's carry on and survey over here. We're witnessing the inhabitants of Stad 1 taking their first steps towards enlightenment. They look upwards, opening themselves to the mysteries of the universe. As artistic expression develops within their culture, so does art's power to capture the spiritual striving of their society. They yearn for something beyond themselves to believe in. Either we get a whole bunch of society research right now, or we get more observation, insight, progress. Let's just get the society research. Now, what's next on our list of things? Baldur's Prime. So in the modules, no, in the buildings, let's have a look. And one thing I've been talking about is trying to find out about the cloaking detection. None of these specifically from the names look like they would be ideal. Nebula Refinery, no. Naval Logistics Office, it's just extra. And that gives anchorages more naval capacity. Interesting. Target uplink computer, no. Comms jammer, no. No, none of those buildings are going to give us active detection strength. So we probably have to research something specific around it, which is fine. We're not really into cloaking as a whole. Now, Valdus, as a place, really needs to be looking at doing research where it can. Or anything research assisting. And I don't know if any of the things that we have up here would be really suitable for that, so we might have to hold off for the moment. Until we research some kind of orbital assisting station. Yeah, I think we're going to have to hold off for right now. It might not even be possible, but we have to assume it is and hope. Back to what we were doing previously. You're still in the process of heading back, and actually, we might need to intercept that void worm on the way through. The strong gravity well of 404 has pulled in a massive amount of space debris, which has formed a dense layer around parts of the gas giant. Most of it appears wrecked from a series of space battles fought in the system several millennia ago. Scavengers have already scoured the debris, but there are some bits that mining stations could pull out. You're heading down to the Trappist system. You're only 404. So we should be able to deal with you. Rift event over in the tropical habitat. Utilizing an air quality sensor, we searched for the highest localized concentration of toxic gases. Beyond a patch of berry-laden shrubberies, we were led to the mouth of a vast crevasse in the central of a clearing. Waves of thick pink miasma emanated from regular intervals. We believe that the gas is being produced by a subterranean creature somewhere at the base of the fissure. Finding it, preferably alive, could provide unique research opportunities. Yeah, use caution and excavate around the chasm. It's going to be harder, but I think it's going to be safer. That is our hyper relay flash built.
Ship's upgraded.
Our station is not... Ah, there we go. It is upgrade. It is fighting. Let's clear that off and hopefully watch this void worm get taken out.
Research complete.
That looks a little problematic. We might not manage it. We've finished storm manipulation. That's nice. If we go for the elite cloaking field generator... maybe tachyon sensors. This unlocks the research leading to dark matter drawings, which then leads to dark matter detection. Yeah, let's go for the sensors. Aaron O'Karan has grown increasingly withdrawn. I'm sorry, but you are not going to be leaving us. Although you are getting negative traits. Well, that's a shame. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. Still, Arrested Development is fine. You're going to stick with us until you have no further choice. We are actually doing damage to this thing.
Research complete.
One of them is gone. Tip of the spear has been fully repaired. Let's get it back out there. So, tip of the spear. Move you up here. Longest mile, how you doing? You have 4 ships so far. Coming along quite nicely. Right, Galactic Stock Exchange. We do want to build this somewhere. This is probably going to be on the massive commercial planet when we build that. Let's carry on and pick the next bit. An ancient cavitation collapser. High energy weapons cause brutal micro-collapsing events on impact, generating heat and force inside the target's armor. Armor penetration and armor damage. Interesting. I'm all for ancient tech. Let's pick it up.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Our poor station. It's doing what it can.
Construction complete.
The Yude starbase has finished upgrading the orbital ring. So down in Yude, that's above Pathar. Pathar is our Forge world. So as a Forge world, we're going to go for the alloy processing. That's going to give us more alloys per metallurgist and a little bit more mineral upkeep, but we have the facilities available for that, so no problem there. And I think we'll get another orbital anchorage. Because why the hell not? So Yude is all happy. We've got a few more resources, so we can carry on with our planet review. We got as far as Sarat, which I believe we queued up. Yeah, there we go. Let's get 2 more agriculture districts. That will keep Sarat happy for a while. Valdus Prime needs jobs. Oh, we can really upgrade that materials workshop. So this will increase our rare crystals upkeep, but we have lots of rare crystals coming in, so that is a good thing for us to do. We could also push up the Astral Nexus. The unit price is so low. We're barely getting any trade at the moment from that. We are kind of flooding the market though, just a little bit. And we're probably not the only ones. So that's sorted out those upgrades. However, we do still need more jobs for people. So what can we do that's going to give us the most researchers? I'm going for... Field Dynamic Center does look nice. Storm Repulsion Center is just astral researcher jobs. That's not particularly spectacular. We can get a xenobiological lab. That will give us even more society research. I don't think there's going to be anything that can give us more engineering research directly. So, well, not without us getting generic research labs, which is not a problem. But for now, let's go for Storm Repulsion Center or Field Dynamics gives us more. It gives us the same number of jobs and extra actual research per researcher. So Field Dynamics Center fits in. If we don't care about the researchers' upkeep, we could replace this as well. But we'll look at doing that a bit later. Russell is fine. Rillis is a bit low. Let's wait until we get a few more resources.
System survey complete.
Hey, we killed the void worms finally. That's good. And the Ferror system has been surveyed. Very nice. Come and survey this one, and that's the last of this whole area, really. Oh, we've got the we've got that one there as well, which I had not seen.
Anomaly found.
Massive impact. Go ahead and investigate that, Boron. See what's going on. I'm trying to keep on top of everything.
Construction complete.
Go ahead, build your research stations. And then we could get you building a hyper relay. Because we've got one planned to be built there already. Senate is in session. For the Tianqi Conservation Act. It looks like it's going to pass. I don't care enough about it. Any empire that kills Tianqi will be considered a breach of galactic law. Now might be a time for us to... Oh, actually. Right, collection first. So, let's find peaceful applications, because we've got so many artifacts. I need to remember to keep doing this. Let's go for leader experience gain and upkeep down. Reverse engineer the arcane technology. That has given us a fallen empire building. Still don't know what it is, but we'll find out in a moment. We can't do celebrating diversity yet. We could do museum exhibits, but we'll leave that for now. So that's those done. Bavarium, right? It's culling time. Cull the space amoeba. We'll keep the two mothers until we end up with some higher quality mothers. Then onto the Tianqi. So we've got a couple of space whale oxes, a couple of space whale hatchlings. We're going to need to wait for them to mature more, really. I suppose we can get rid of some of these younger ones. And then on the crystalline entities, cull some of the more common ones. There we go. That's plenty done for now. Over in the relics, we can't activate anything else for a bit. And I want to check when we can force the council side. Okay, just under 10 years. That's going to be a little bit of time. It's strange not to have any active combats or anything going on right at this moment. Feels almost calm, almost serene. With massive crater on Turek 1 appears to be the result of a collision with a starship. From the size of the crater, we suspect the ship exited a hyperlane at maximum velocity, rammed the planet 10,000 years ago. That's a bit of physics research gained.
Council agenda available.
Ooh. Chart the Unknown is no longer on cooldown, and we found a terraforming candidate.
Construction complete.
Oh yes. All the mining stations that we've been building over here, right? How is the arc furnace coming along? The next bit is going to be done in 36 days. So this is going to potentially up our minerals
Ship's
significantly. In fact, let's sell a whole bunch of consumer goods as well. We can push it further. We have the technology. We just need the alloys. So this will further bolster our mineral output from this system. We've got a lot of minerals coming in, but I'm not against us having even more of a stupid number. Effectively, with this, we're investing in the future. We're still going to need another 500 before we can do anything there. Alright, well, in terms of our astral threads, it's going to be a while before we can really do anything else. So we're mostly just waiting on them. The doorway. What can only be described as a dimensional portal is being discovered in a remote location on Trappist Prime. Let's go to Trappist Prime. So this is one of our new colonies, where the prediction algorithms noticed strange air current, which was eventually determined to be caused by a slight leakage of atmosphere into the portal. The rate of loss is too small to make any difference to life on the planet, but the very existence raises some disturbing questions, such as where does it lead to, and could something come through the portal from the other side? Physics research per 100 physicists plus 8. Wow. Plus 1 physicist job per 25 populations. Oh, we're going to turn this into a resort world.
Situation log updated.
100%. Right. Trappist Prime. We've got the clone vats in place. We've got the heritage site. We've got the planetary administration. Let's do this. So, decisions. Create resort world. Disables construction of most buildings and removes districts other than accommodation districts. We can upgrade the monument. And then let's have a think. We can close off those decisions. This place is primarily going to be about reducing amenity usage across the empire as a whole, and potentially producing, well, if we also have it producing unity, yeah. What we'll do with our frontier sector over here, it was Hurtle. It was Hurtle that we were going to convert because we've already got the buildings there. And it was Epad that we'd done previously. Yes. Yeah, and you had all the mining districts and stuff. That was why we were like, oh, well, we may as well turn this into a mining forge world. Okay, that's my mistake. So we go back to the decisions. That's a bit of a waste, unfortunately. Abolish the planetary resort. The upgrade is still happening, of course, but just ended up being a slight waste. So you've got the Hollow Museum of History, the Clone Vats. Yeah, we can get this one done now. We didn't have another Hollow Museum. So you are now a resort world. That's being upgraded. And we can start getting people building into the right areas. That cavitation cannon research is done. Ooh. Bioreactor burns the old food. Let's tick off some of the other options that we've got. So we'll go for ecological adaptation. And we'll just clear that off. We can do some reinforcing on our fleets. We've got we're saving the alloys for that arc furnace. Or at the very least saving it for further expansion in the area. So after you're done with that one, actually, come and build a star base up here. And then you're good. Obertrex, what are we going to do with you? I would love to know where we could go for the quantum catapult. We might be able to do like a map setting. Weather forecast mode, neighbor mode, AI attitude mode, opinions mode. No, there's no easy option there. Oh, class G star, class B star, class B, class K. Binary stars. We could build one here. So Cathia is an option. That's class K, that's class F, class M. That's probably a potential as well, but oh no. A, B, G, B, K. None there. Class M. G doesn't work either. There's really not many options. It looks like Cathia may be the only one Because I think it's a neutron star that we need. I'm thinking Kathia, yeah. Oh, sorry, Pulsar. So that's our whole section over here done. Let's check these parts. That's M. That's a G. GG. MK. M. K. And of course, we're not going to be able to build it around a black hole. So we've only got one option right in our area. Potentially. No. Honestly, I'm surprised that there aren't more pulsars, but maybe they've all been taken, or maybe they're all guarded by stuff. Either way, we do have one option for building a quantum catapult. And that's going to have to be a question for next time, because we are unfortunately out of time for today. For right now, let's get you moving down there, and we're going to need to start saving up the metals, or boosting our metal output in order to get to that. I think it's probably a smart thing for us to do anyway. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you are enjoying this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Stellaris. See you soon.